Hello. I'm going to attempt to repair my stained glass project. There's a crack there and another crack. If you turn it over, you can see it there. So, as far as I can tell, them are the two spots. I thought it was only the one in the center, but then I got to looking, and there is a small one over there too. So, I haven't ever repaired a crack before, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna make score marks inside of the area so I could try to get this broken piece out. And this one appears to have quite a few score marks in it. I mean, I'm gonna add a couple more, but my goal is to get these pieces out. So let me try to get that going. Now I'm going to try to get the glass out. I can promise you it feels very odd to do this. It feels kind of wrong. Just have to get it started. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull as much out as I can. It's mostly down in the corners for now. That's what's left. On anything I've looked up, they prefer you only to take one piece of copper foil and leave the other piece of copper foil behind. Like, I should have left this copper foil with this piece one, but when you got hot molten solder and chunks of wee bit glass and copper foil that stinks and you can't tell if you're burning one layer of copper foil or two, you kind of end up like me, and I'm gonna figure it out, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna just keep going. Okay, here's my thought process. The hobby cam is gonna have to be replaced because it was just, when you're trying to get the glass out, it fell and caved, in which obviously the hobby cam is gonna have to be replaced. So as I'm digging in here, I'm realizing it's just probably going to be better for me to take the head off, replace the hobby cam in between these two joints and these joints, and then probably a couple of joints down here, maybe this joint and this, and then that way I can foil this and foil that and put the new piece in, and then, like I said, add the hobby cam on the splice the hobby cam in on the outside as needed. Okay, so everything's washed, and like I said, two different pieces. So I'm adding the foil the best I can here, trying to get it equal on both sides and pushed up as far as I can to lay on the glass. Only one side's exposed, but it's going to be sandwiched into the new piece, so I have a good feeling it will work and be sturdy again. The trick is to try to get it equal on both sides while the piece is kind of flimsy. See how it wiggles. So, yeah. Kind of looks wonky, but I do believe this is going to work. Okay, I definitely wear a respirator when you're removing the hobby came, because my piece has hobby came on the outside border. You don't want to breathe in that lead. I'm already sick and that doesn't have anything to do with it, but you don't want to breathe in that stuff. Next, I've been checking to see what lines. I need it to be where I can solder, of course. So I've been checking the lines. I placed some foil here, and I'm checking to see if the integrity of what's left, is it gonna, like I think down in there is gonna be good, like strong enough and durable enough. I could just lay beads in there. But anything that's peeling up, if there's a piece that's starting to peel up, then I'm just gonna replace that. But all the pieces are good. This is beautiful glass too. I made sure to pick the best of the best for the clear cat glass. It's beautiful, especially in the light. An expensive glass too. Yeah, people have worried that stained glass can get broken easily. It depends. It isn't. They're not delicate. This is glass, yes. It's encased in metal. And the reason this one cracked is I was taking photos of it outside, and I had, you know, those garden hook things that hold your planters. They can be tall, but they're usually black, but it's just like a shepherd's hook, and you hang your planters on it. I had carried that out, and I was gonna use it to stay out of the picture and take photos. And I don't know, it wouldn't fit through that, so I was using something else, like a branch or something. It gave way, whatever, no matter how it happened, it gave way, and that metal rod of the shepherd's hook that I was using was laying on the earth, and if it wouldn't have been laying right where it was, this came down and landed on it, and it cracked. If the rod wouldn't have been in the mix, then it would have just hit the earth, and nothing would have happened to this because it's so durable. It was because metal hitting the glass just right, and it got two of them, unfortunately. So yeah, stained glass pieces aren't fragile per se. It depends on what they're being bumped up against at what force. I am rubbing some of the patina off. I'll just have to reapply the patina when I get all the way done anyways. Well, what do you think of the pumpkin orange? It makes me think of a pumpkin. It's a little bit different, like slightly different than the other orange that I originally picked, but I don't have that glass now. Expensive glass just cuts better. It just does. Pieces of cardboard under it, so it'll help lift it up, because it's very wonky. It's a lot higher than the pieces, and then if you just try to lay it in there like that, it's way far down. So like you literally need the cardboard to hold it up in its spot. See, to make it possible. That just fell through. At least 500. That's why I had it up high to burn everything out. I'm gonna drop it down to 430. Oh, that's very warm. Warm, warm, warm. We're gonna let that cool down. So it's burning my hand with the glove. I'm adding some hobby cane now. Hopefully it's strong enough to hold it. Okay. Oh, my workstation's so dirty. I promised myself I'm gonna clean my room before I start a new project, because it's that dirty. There. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this in. This glass doesn't get too hot. There we go. Grabbed. complete, but final step is patina. So here we go. I'm just gonna patina the whole thing again. You can tell where I spliced it, but hey, it's better than super huge cracks. So she's whole again, y'all. She's whole again. There you go. In all her glory, there she's fixed. So, there she is. Complete. Bye-bye.